Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday night. I'm just moving y'all back a little bit. I had it up a little closer for recording some devotionals. But it's been an interesting day. Interesting couple of days, I guess. I didn't do a video last night. Yeah, just wasn't up to it. Kind of got the dodge from the lady that was supposed to help me with John's paperwork. So today we decided to go in person to get his paperwork. And that was much more successful. It's kind of hard for people to say they can't help you when you're looking in their face. You know what I mean? So yeah, we went in person to the what they call that, evaluation center that handled all the what they call the IEP plans that that they do for special education at the schools. They handle all those at the schools. So that's where all those records were that I had to get copies of to take to the place to get John certified to go to Frost Industries where he wants to go. So it's a big, long process, and but we made great strides today in that process, and I'm very happy. I feel like we really accomplished something today. We went down there. We had to put in a written request for the papers we needed, and they had to take a copy of his picture ID. And so she said, "Oh, when we put the request in, she said, oh, it might be a day. It might take them, 1 day or so to get the papers together." And I was like, okay. And so we went down the road and found him something to eat. Mainly him something to eat, because I ordered food, but then I could only eat a bite or two of it because I should have ordered something else. But he wanted seafood, and so we went to a catfish place. And it just didn't taste right to me, so I was able to eat the hush puppies and a couple of fries, and then I got a to-go box. But that's the thing I run into a lot with the weight loss surgery, the gastric bypass surgery. I run into that a lot, that want something that I normally would enjoy. When it hits my new stomach says, "No, why are you eating that?" I have to laugh about it because, what's the alternative, right? But I took a few bites of that fish, and my stomach went, "No, why are you doing this to me?" So I stopped eating that. The fries were okay, and the hush puppies were okay, but the fish was, no. My stomach said, absolutely not. If you keep doing that, we're going to go up, Chuck. So, I have quickly learned to listen to that little, no, don't do it. So we were sitting there, and my phone kind of blinked, and so I don't know if she quickly hung up, or my phone hung up, or what, but I missed a call from the lady, and I called her back, and she says, "Oh, your paperwork's ready." And I'm like, we barely, Johnny had just barely finished his food. And I said, okay, we'll come right back down there then. And it's a good thing we were just right down the road, and we hadn't went all the way back home. And so we went down there directly and got the paperwork, and then we went to the place where we had to, give them the paperwork, and she went in there and made copies so that we would, have the copies that we brought, and that we would, have these paperwork for our records. And and then they made us an appointment for next Wednesday to come back and do their little evaluation and appointment to get him certified. And then there's some other little process of getting approved and all that stuff. But the way she put it, it seemed like it was just a formality, that after looking at the paperwork that we brought, it was more than enough to get him, in that, get him approved for services, and which would be the gateway to getting him to Frost Industries. which is the ultimate goal. So she asked us if we'd been out to Frost Industries and had a tour and all that, and I said yes, we have, and you know, we know where we want to get him to. So, but she was very, very, very helpful and friendly, and so hopefully all that goes well next Wednesday when we go, next Wednesday morning. So that's, you know, that's definitely on the right track, and I felt a whole lot better about things. So there's that, and so the week and a half delay that we experienced because of my kidney stone attack did not affect our ability to do this, and I'm forever grateful for that. And then I got, oh, well, what have I been working on the last few days? Okay, well, I haven't been back working on the shawl yet, and I did work a little bit on Roxy's top. I do mean a little bit. I've been just sidelined working on hats. Well, I told y'all I had pulled out some yarn to swap with Cheryl. Well, I ran into a partial skein of Red Heart favorite stripe, and I balled it up. I still have this much left of that because it was more than a partial skein. It was most of a skein, I think, because it was one of those jumbos that's like 480 some odd yards, you know. And so I was like, I'm gonna make me another one of them hats. One of them beret hats. Well, let's go down a story, okay? Well, you know, I made the first successful beret hat and sent to my prize winner, Kelly, who lives in New York, okay? After going through and looking at the pattern, after examining the video tutorial, and then looking, you know, and I was like, something's not right here. So I went and clicked on her link in the description and noticed that the pattern was different than her video. And so I said, well, I've got to know, I got the gist of it. I can look at the pattern and follow the pattern, which I normally have trouble doing. But after, you know, working the video and everything, that was doable. So after working the pattern, I managed to make one that actually came out right. And that went with that prize, you know, from the hidden giveaway. And so then I made, I think I must have put it back in this bag. So then I made Cindy one, and I showed y'all that the other day. And I was like, well, I can't not make myself one. So, but then as I got to making this one and I got close to the finish line, I was like, you know what? I'm really not a fan of that brim. I'm really not. I want a thicker, more, you know, 8 rows of single crochet is not my fan. I'm not a fan of that. I'm just not a fan of that. I want to do something else. So I decided that I would do enough of the single crochet to do decreases to where it would be, you know, comfortable to my head. And I would, you know, I just did decreases enough to, you know, to where it was sit on my head comfortably. And then I did front post, back post. You know, crochet acrobats. Which, you know, everybody knows that I'm not a fan of that. But this is about as crochet acrobats as I get. But this is the outcome, which some of y'all that's seen it on Instagram, have seen it on the Facebook page, might have seen this. But this is the outcome. And it's just such a pretty hat to begin with. You know, the colors just played out so pretty. And that's the thing about Red Heart Super Saver stripes. The colors are gorgeous. But this is the first run at it. So I only did like a couple of rows of the front post, back post, and because I got it where I wanted it, and I was fine with how it turned out. But I mean, how cute is that? Really, this is exactly what I was going for. Exactly. I was just looking for just cute, you know, just something really cute. I wasn't looking for the whole French beret thing. I was just looking for something to sit on the back of my head just like this. You know. Yep. Sorry, got a dry mouth. Got to have some strawberry water. Get you some. Sugar-free. I normally have it in my Yeti cup, but I was lazy and I didn't want to put it in there. So I just, I brought the whole bottle in here. And so today when we got back, I made this last night, late last night. So we got back today. I said, well, you know, I can't wear a rainbow every day. Can't wear a rainbow every day. Notice the rainbow earrings. I got them when they had pride stuff at Michael's. And so, yeah, I got, yeah. These my pride earrings. And so anyway, and I wear these quite frequently, so you can wear rainbow every day, but maybe a little more covertly than this hat, because this hat just screams at you. But anyway, so I came home today, and I went through my totes, and I found, because, you know, I told, well, some of my new subscribers may not know the story about the original beret hat that I had that my grandmother made me. When I was a teenager, she made me this beret hat out of lavender mohair yarn. Wool, of course, but she made it and then she felted it. So it was a solid piece of fabric, but when she gave it to me. But she had crocheted it up and then she felted it. But when I asked her what it was made of, because it was so soft, she said, oh, it was mohair. Well, to the unrefined teenager that I was, I said, mohair? What I was thinking in my unrefined teenage mind was those little animals that live in the ground, their hair, moles. Yeah. And she never corrected me. She never corrected me. She let me believe it. But I wore that thing everywhere. Everywhere. I wore it everywhere. I didn't care. My grandmother made it for me, and it was beautiful, and it was soft, and I loved it. And, of course, that was probably the year that that Prince came out with Raspberry Beret, you know. It didn't matter that mine wasn't raspberry colored, but it was a beret, and I loved Prince, and, you know. So, but anyhow, I say all that to say, I came home, and because I bought this lavender, because this is close to the color that she made that hat, that beret for me. This lavender color is very close. Mine was a little more richer purple than this, but this is Lilac Dew in the Red Heart brushed yarn. Very fuzzy. Gave my hands a workout too, let me tell you. But I made another one, and I made it just like this one. But that yarn gave my hands a workout, let me tell you. But it came out. It came out just fine. So there you have it. After hindsight, I probably should have did a little more decreasing before I did the you know, the brim part, but it's fine. It suits my purposes. But I get ready to make it for someone else. I probably will reduce the stitches a little bit more, make the brim a little bit tighter. But I don't like things too tight on my head. I get headaches real easy, so I don't like things too tight on my head. But yeah, I'll be making more of these out of different yarn. I pulled yarn out of totes to make some more, so, because I'm enjoying it. Now, I'll have this pattern memorized before you know it, and I won't have to keep referring back to it much at all. And then, of course, there was the Happy Meal that made me cry. In a good way, cry, in a good way. Because I don't, a lot of y'all are new and y'all might not know. Well, the phoenix, the bird, the mythical bird, the phoenix is kind of something I've often referred to as my spirit animal. Because she rises from the ashes again and again, no matter what happens, no matter how many times she gets knocked down, she rises from the ashes and just continues to rise. Well, life has dealt me so many hands and so knocked me down in so many ways, and I don't have a give up in my DNA. Of course, I don't know who my father was, so he must have not had give up in his DNA either, because I don't have give up in my DNA. I don't give up easily. I keep going, no matter what life hands me. Kidney stones. Keep going. And so when I got this, I cried. It was like the good Lord had sent me some validation that I was doing everything like I was supposed to, and that I would just keep rising, and that it was, anyway, I'm gonna show it to y'all. And this comes from Kentucky, from Melissa. Let's see if I can get the card in here too. She included a card. That's a pretty card with the peacock feathers. And she wrapped it up. How she managed to get it here and it not break, I don't know. But she had it bubble wrapped and wrapped in paper and all kinds of wrapping. And I'm going to read you her card because it's so sweet. She said, "Hugs from Kentucky. Just a reminder for you to know, to never forget how far you've come. Even on your toughest days, just know that your YouTube family loves you. Always keep shining. Love, Melissa." Anyway, after everything I've been through in this last year and just life in general, it just, sometimes you just need a little bit of validation, you know? Something to let you know that you're on the right trajectory, you know? And this was right on time. And so she sent me this beautiful diamond painting of a phoenix, already framed up, and she obviously painted this little border, a gold border around it, and put it in this frame. Isn't this beautiful? It's just beautiful. Now I have to figure out where I'm going to put it, but that's, you know, that's a tomorrow issue. But, wow. I still get emotional thinking about it, because it just, like, after today's successes, you know, the things that John and I accomplished today, you know, after having the kidney stone attack delay things, I was a bit worried that that getting him certified was was time sensitive. Something that the lady said before made me think it was time sensitive. I'm just putting it back in its little wrapping here. Something that she had said made me think that it was time sensitive. But then going today, we didn't run into anything that made me think that, and everything just went smooth. And she made that appointment and gave us every indication that everything would be fine. And then I get this in the mail, and it's just like Jesus knew I needed a sign, Jesus knew I needed a sign that, yes, it's going to be okay. You will, rise again, and you will accomplish this for John. And John will get his wish to become independent and to make friends and have a social life that he deserves. And we will make that happen for him. I know y'all don't typically see me turn into a puddle, but it just, sometimes I get a little emotional. I get touched by such wonderful things that people do for me that I didn't even know were coming. I didn't know Melissa was sending me this, and I didn't know that it would impact me so much. I was worse when I opened it, when I was in the process of opening it, because I had no idea what it was. And then when I first saw it, it just means so much. I feel so seen, and so understood. And that means the world to me. Y'all mean the world to me. You really do. I hope y'all know that. And, ooh, I had to go wash my face. But I just want to come on and tell you what was up with the thing with Johnny, and show you my hats and my progress, and share my happy mail with you. And I am happy. Please don't let this emotional wreck that I have become make you think otherwise. I'm a sensitive person. So, I do get a little overly emotional when my heart gets touched. So, it just happens, I think if you're human, it happens, But Melissa, thank you so much. I'm very grateful that you thought so much of me to do such a beautiful thing. It means a lot to me. And I will find a beautiful place where I can look at it all the time. Oh, one of these walls, we'll figure it out. John and I'll figure it out in the next few days so that I can look at it. And it can be a constant reminder to me that the Phoenix is inside me. And it does help to know that, even when times are tough. And I think, I can't, even though times are really good right now, you never know when things are going to change. You have to just be prepared to roll with it, and just, keep pushing forward and keep putting one foot in front of the other, because, you can't give up on life. You can't, let roadblocks, stop you. You just keep having to, you have to pivot and bob and weave and pivot and just keep pushing forward. You can't let people stop you, or let problems, overtake you. You have to just work through them, and it's not an easy thing always, I don't claim that any of it's easy. Sometimes I want to lay down and give up, but I don't. I have Jesus on my side. I have prayer warriors, and I have a family of loyal subscribers that I call my friends and family, and y'all wouldn't let me give up if I wanted to. So I'm gonna close here at night, and I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Please remember that I love you, and so does Jesus. And please adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. My big black lab is on my bed snoring, laying on his black back with his legs in the air, snoring like the lunatic that he is. Y'all take care. I'll see y'all probably tomorrow. Bye now.